my name is Mishal Ruparel. I'm General Manager for Banking Circle and I'm based in London.
Great, thank you. So FX and payments, give me 3 changes that are happening right now.
3 changes in FX and payments. Good. So Banking Circle provides banking services to fintechs and banks. So we've seen a lot of the trends and changes that's sort of taking over the whole payments ecosystem. So 3 key changes. I think firstly on the payment side, we're seeing a real drive for cross-border payments. So there is a lot of Asian providers that's coming into Europe now, servicing clients in Asia, marketplace sellers that want to be selling goods and services on Amazon. So there's a real shift that we're seeing, and they have quite demanding payment needs, local payment requirements. So that's something that we're really seeing a big drive in. What else are we seeing? We are seeing quite a bit of pricing pressures as well. So payments is becoming cheaper. There's a lot more pricing pressure around cross-border payments as well. So those margins are under quite considerable pressure, which is, I think, something that all of the fintechs and banks are experiencing in this space. And I think on the FX side, transparency seems to be the biggest buzzword right now when it comes to FX. I think gone are the days when a provider didn't understand or didn't know what FX rate they're charging. I'm having a lot more conversations with clients around transparency. What are the margins? How is this being calculated? I think these are all key trends that we're seeing in this particular market.
Is financial exclusion a big problem for SMEs?
Absolutely. This is a major issue right now in the market. And it's something that we're being conscious of, and we're trying to build solutions now to sort of tackle this issue. There is something like 24 million SMEs across Europe. We have around 5 million SMEs in the UK. 90% of UK businesses are SMEs. We carried out a study quite recently around financial inclusion, and one of the things that was pretty evident is that many SMEs are excluded from accessing core banking services. So many can't get a loan. 50% during the research we did said they couldn't get a loan. Those that did got a loan that wasn't tailored to their business. So SMEs are seasonal. No 2 SMEs are the same. So how do you build solutions for a segment of clients that need quite a lot of tailoring? It's not easy, and I think we're seeing that's a real problem right now in the financial ecosystem.
Yeah. So how is Banking Circle helping its clients, I guess, solve this problem?
Solve this issue?
Market? Yeah.
I think we have focused on 2 areas that we believe will add real value to this particular segment. I think the first is around helping with cash flows. So working capital is a real challenge for SMEs. How do you access working capital? How do you help grow your business? And what we've done is we've developed a lending solution that empowers our clients. And our clients are fintechs. Our clients are banks. We're providing loans to their underlying merchants. Now, these are tailored loans. This is very much around the cash flows of that particular business. So if you're a business that's busy, you'll pay off more. If you're quiet, you'll pay off less. And the way in which we assess the risk on that business is also different from a traditional bank. So we will look at, for example, card data, which is very relevant because a lot of these businesses are restaurants, hairdressers, which are struggling to get loans, but they're real businesses. They accept card transactions, so we should use that as a way of assessing whether that business is good for a loan or not. And by using this, we have an 80% approval rating on our loan. So it's a really good, interesting and smart way of assessing if a business is qualified for one of our lending products. So that's one area which is geared towards working capital. The second area is around enabling banks, enabling financial institutions with access to local clearing in the UK and Europe. So that's one of the reasons why we're here in Sibos. Is we're launching our correspondent banking solutions, our ICM solutions, one of which is access into the UK and European clearing systems. So these banks that are servicing SMEs and corporates can provide local access to these clients to collect and make payments in the UK and Eurozone.
Great. Well, look, thank you very much, and it's very interesting to hear about those two initiatives. Particularly, we hear a lot about the Basel III regulation having unintended consequences for SMEs from the bank side, but actually, I guess, flipping that on its head, working with some of the other, perhaps non-bank financiers, to look at different ways to assess that risk, so that you can approve more credit to some of the smaller SMEs that need it most. And here we are at Sibos with a bunch of new technologies, looking at AI, for example,
Sure.
to help plug this gap for SMEs. So I think that's very interesting. And then I guess access to the wider market, access to the clearing systems, and looking at real ways to make those processes more efficient, which ultimately helps that problem of financial exclusion that we see at the moment in the market.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, Mish, thank you very much for joining us on Trade Finance Talks.
Cool. Thank you very much as well.